You're sailing towards a huge catastrophe. Basically, it's the thing that you have some goals, or you have just a tiny idea of what you want to reach in your life, but you do nothing about it. And this is catastrophic. Some people might tell you have there a talent or something you have, or something you want, or you have a passion, or even when you don't have any passion, you have at least something you like, what you can think about doing something about it. Even when it's tiny, or it's, I don't know, you have something in mind for sure that you like and that you could make something out of it. It doesn't have to be, I don't know, if you like water, you have to build a super yacht or something, I don't know. But you have to take a step in the right direction. Maybe you have some fear. And the fear of failure is exactly what was driving me for kind of like, I don't know, my entire life. It just holds me back from what I want to achieve. And you kind of like need to earn what you want to have. You need to goddamn earn it. That's how it works in life. You cannot sit there and be like, okay, bro, I need a goddamn, I want to have 100 million subscribers on YouTube, and you sit there and it's with a snap of a finger, it just comes. No, that's not how it works. It works with hard work. Basically, that's the point. But you have to get rid of your fears and also about your thoughts to be a failure, to be a failure, to fail with your attempts to reach whatever you want. And also, this is kind of like a very crucial point, because the more you fear the failure, the more you will be right back. What would you tell a fat guy in front of a gym? Would you tell him, okay, boy, basically, I know, I see you're fat, I'm too kind of like, so basically, you wouldn't tell him, maybe, your attempts could fail, so basically, I don't know if it's worth it to go inside. Is it this what you would say? Imagine this, you stand in front of the gym, there's the fat guy, and you're like, bro, you're fat. You can do nothing about it. That's not what you would do. It's not what you would do. You would tell the fat guy, come on, go make some push-ups, make some, I don't know, go walk, do whatever. Just do something. Be active. Don't have this fear. You need to find yourself in this way to fascinate yourself for this, and to find a way to overcome this fear against all this failure, what could possibly happen. And I give you the promise, everything will happen, or could happen. Basically, yes, sure, everything can happen. Even if you just open the newspaper, you see that there literally can happen everything. Like, oh, what weird things just happened last night. And basically, I just can relate this completely to myself, because I was really holding myself back for kind of like such a long time. I always wanted to make YouTube videos. I always wanted to get kind of like a business owner or someone who takes charge of people, because I personally would say the way how the world treats people is wrong. And basically I believe this because I believe, at least for me, I currently work 10 hours a day, and in my belief, that is not how life should look like. That's just my belief. Because we have so many things that we could do to reach our goals and to be happy. And the happiness is the thing. We currently, in our kind of like economics, we had chosen the business over our happiness and over the money is more important than the happiness and the freedom and the time. Basically, we are kind of like slaves in a very different way. Also, I am now. So basically, welcome to Slavery 101. But the key is just to get the right steps and to make just the right steps. That's basically the thing. And the one thing if you suffer from your fears and suffer from the fear of fail on some point on your journey, then really just do it. That's basically the first thing, especially when you don't feel it. You're not in the mood to do it, then do it. That's the perfect thing to do. And it doesn't matter how much you fail, just do it. Currently basically it's years ago, I guess I was 14, 15. I just watched a YouTube video where they were making hand lettering. And I was like, maybe I can take a look on it. I was looking at it and I was kind of like excited because they just, the only thing they were doing is just making the downstrokes a little bit stronger than the upstrokes. That's literally everything that they had done. They didn't done anything more about this, and it was literally everything they had done. And I was like, doesn't seem that hard to do. So I were doing it once, I were doing it twice, I were doing it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and after I had made it kind of like hell last time, I were taking like such a note, just papers, and whenever or a notebook is small. I have so many notebooks, and I just took one, and wherever I were, we're just making notes and tried to my best to make a beautiful thing. For example, one day we were on a wedding for a friend of us, and we were in a coffee, and imagine this: I was sitting there, and the people around me were like looking, and they were like, boah, this food, what they cook, it was so great. So basically, I should thank them. How could I do this? Basically, I just hide a paper under the plate, and I were writing just a cute thank you there, and I was just leaving it under the plate, and we're just leaving. I don't know how they reacted to this, but yeah, I just were doing it basically, and up to this date I were learning programming, and I wanted to kind of like find ways to get more done with one action, kind of like. And I was programming and coding a web page where I get random words which I can just write, and it looks like shit. It's on the first version, and especially here it's the topic failure. If you feel like what you will do will fail, yes, it will. And that's exactly why web developers have version 2.168905.2.22222, and because all the versions before had failed. And imagine, I don't know how many successful softwares you know who are outside on version 1. Basically, I don't know even one. Okay, basically, oh yes, I know one, but they don't have many people who are following them and using the web page. So basically, okay, except then my own is version. Okay, I guess 2, but however, basically taking the small steps and get in the right direction to overcome the fear by doing it is one of the best advices I can give you on this, because the more you do, the more successful you will be. And also what is very interesting is the fact that the more you repeat it, the better you get. Oh, surprise. No, but the more you repeat it, and the kind of like on some points I don't know if this is a specific thing that just relates to me, but you won't forget it harshly. It's not like a language. You learned Italian and you have never spoken it for I kind of like trillion years, and after this time you were like, buongiorno, pizza. It is just not like this working. It is, for me at least, as in Italian and as in hand lettering and also learning writing systems. I were just like learning many writing systems because of the fact I were making hand lettering because I were just found out that the system behind the hand lettering is kind of like applies to every writing system which is on the world available. Means like I can make this in the Cyrillic system, in the Arabic writing system, in Chinese, in Devanagari, in every writing system on the world. And I was like, oh, why not? Okay. Basically, then I just learned Russian. I were already capable of reading Russian, then Arabic, then Hebrew, then just were like kind of like a really funny journey. I have to admit that I also had learned kind of like Korean. For the most things, I didn't repeated them as much as I had to repeat them to get them stick. Especially for Korean, I just forgot Korean completely because I never had repeated it. I never were accepting myself making failures, and yeah, that's basically the thing. So yeah, basically that's it. It's the fact of failure. It's basically not your fault. It's not your fault that the world is as it is, because they just expect so much from you. You need to be concentrated and focused for the whole day, for your whole life. Get beaten out of the of success and beaten out of work to do for someone else or for yourself in school, or it's not your fault. It's just like you have to be perfect. It's basically everything what the society tries to teach you, but especially this isn't how the world works, and you're way ahead of them if you understand just this thing, and if you try to apply this just by now to your life. Just by now. Just do it. That's the thing. Just do it. Apply this to your life. Just don't accept yourself as that you have to be the perfect guy and doing everything right. No. Just be shit. Be shit sometimes. Doesn't mean you have to be aggressive or cruel to someone. No, that's not what I mean. I guess you've got the point already. But basically that's the thing. If you want, you can leave a subscribe. If not, then also fine. Great. And have a great time.